geometry class. Here is your first virtual notes assignment. Hopefully we'll make it as painless as possible. If you'll go to my blog, velandpope.weebly.com, I should add this is day 2 of digital learning. Under the geometry tab, everything you guys need during this period will be under digital learning. Click on that tab. Scroll down, you'll notice the jungle picture in the background because we are entering a jungle. So take it one day at a time with me and we will all be good. We are on Tuesday, digital learning day 2. It says under content, we'll begin unit 11. Print blank notes and follow along with my screencast at the link below. Where you see the word below, there will be a link as soon as I finish this video. And under the assignments, your homework will be a Delta Math assignment, which should already be loaded up by the time you're watching this. If you will click on the Intro to Circle Notes PDF, download the file, and print it out and follow along with me. I'm going to open it in Books so I can write on it. Please feel free to pause the video as needed, okay? I'm going to keep rolling because I only have so many minutes of film, but pause as needed so you can get all this information down, okay? So, let's start on an equation of a circle. So, if you guys remember the parabola unit back in Algebra 1, this should kind of seem familiar to you. So, we have this formula as our equation of a circle. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Sorry, that probably should have been in blue. That didn't help. Let's erase. Let's do it in green. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay? This is what we call standard form. Okay? Standard form. S-T. Also, my stylus is not great. I have one coming on Amazon, so bear with me. It should only get better from here. Standard form. Okay? So, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. R stands for the radius. That probably is what you guessed, I would hope, right? And then my center is h, comma, k. Alright? So if you can imagine a picture of a circle, which I'll draw right here, right? It's supposed to not be in yellow, but that's okay. The center, so imagine it's on a coordinate plane, right? Here's my coordinate plane. Okay, the center is a coordinate, h, comma, k. And then it has a distance, or a radius, right? And that distance is going to be the same throughout. There, wherever you want to do it, okay? So it's just kind of a visual for what we're dealing with here. Now, as we keep going, raise 30, okay? Step number 1 and 2 ask me to write the equation of the circle. Well, it gives me all the pieces I need. So now it's just a matter of fitting them together. So it tells me my center, my 6, comma 13. Now keep in mind that is my h and my k. And then my radius is 3. So all I'm going to do is take my equation and plug it straight in. So parentheses x. Now keep in mind here, x minus, and then I'm going to input that exact number, 6. Parentheses squared plus parentheses y minus k, just 13, squared, equals, now notice this right hand side is r squared, so I'm going to put 3 and then squared, which we all know is 9. So I'm going to simplify this by writing it just as 9. Okay. What you'll notice here, remember, because we input these numbers straight in, so x minus 6, right, x minus 6, gosh darn it, x minus 6, you see that negative sign, but in the center is that positive number, okay? So if you guys remember back in Algebra 1, that same phenomenon kind of occurred when we were dealing with parabolas, okay? And same with the y. All right, so that's how we got that equation. If if you guys try number 2, I would pause it right now. Try number 2 on your own. And I'm going to keep going with it. So this would be parentheses x minus 15 squared plus y minus, and then I'm inputting that exact number, negative 8 squared equals r squared, which is 4 squared. Okay? Hopefully you're sitting here saying, hey, double negative, that should be a positive. You're totally correct. So we can change that to become y plus 8. And we all know 4 squared is 16. So we will write it as 16. And that is my standard form of a circle with a center at 15, negative 8, and a radius of 4. Alright? So hopefully nothing too tricky yet. Now, if you're looking at a graph, and this is what your delta math is going to look a lot like. So number 3 and number 4. Alright, so it's giving you a picture. Now it says to write the equation. So we need to identify 2 things. We need to identify, first, we need to identify h comma k, or my center. And I need to identify r, my radius. So to find my center, some of these actually get kind of tricky because it's hard to tell the exact outermost part. I kind of like to do this crisscross idea, right, where you kind of sketch across, down, and kind of see where they meet. This one's not too bad. And that's going to be, my center is going to be at 0, comma, negative 4. So that, again, is going to line up with my h and my k. And then my radius is going to be, well, I'm going to count the number of units it takes. I'll be doing that in red right now. From that center, any direction to touch it. But when we're talking about this coordinate, we need to make sure we go on full units. So don't go diagonal. Start counting 1 diagonal unit and a half diagonal unit. Okay? We need to use exact units. So from that center, either go straight up, straight left, straight right, or straight down. Okay? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go straight up. So 1, 2. So my r is 2. Once you have h, k, and r, it is very, very simple to simply plug it back in. So we have on the left. So we have x minus, my h is 0, squared plus y minus k is negative 4 squared equals, I'm going to erase that other r, and I'll move it up here so we don't forget it. I'm going to plug in 2 squared. So that's my h, that's my k, that's my r. So now, we want to clean this guy up. Okay, I'm going to kind of erase each part. So x minus 0. We know we can just get rid of that 0 part. That 0 doesn't really matter. Which means we also don't really need these parentheses. So this is going to become just simply x squared plus y minus negative 4. We know double negative, that's going to turn positive. So y plus 4. And then 2 squared, we want to go ahead and square that out and get 4. And that is our final equation. Alright? Standard form of that circle on the graph. And again, if I were you, I would pause and go ahead and do number 4 on your own and see how you do. But if you didn't pause, I'm going to keep going. Again, it's kind of tricky, so really sketch out. Find out where those tallest pieces are and the widest parts. When I say widest, I mean, you know, the furthest away, those curved edges that are really going to be the edges of the circle when referring to the center. Okay? But the foolproof way to do this, right? Figure out those edges. So this edge is here, this edge is here. Okay, from here, you're essentially going to need to average the points, right? Count the same amount of distance in between. So from boundary to boundary, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. So from this left boundary at negative 5, I can count 4 units. To negative 4, 1, negative 3, 2, negative 2, So this is going to be my y value center. I'm sorry, my vertical, my x value center is going to be at -1, my h. And then I can do the same thing reading from bottom to top. So from bottom, we'll do some blue, right? My bottom boundary is at y is -2. My top boundary is at y equals 6. That's going to be 8 total units as I count. So an average of that would be 4. So counting from the bottom to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be my center. Okay, so my center as a whole is going to be my h comma k is going to be -1 in the x direction and 2 in the y direction. Okay, now most of the time these are going to be a little bit easier to visualize, and you'll be able to kind of count and see that. You won't necessarily have to do all the markings that I did, but that is always a default method for you. Okay, now for the radius, we just need to take from the center and count directly up, down, left, or right. Either way you do it, it should be correct, and this is a great place to self-check yourself. If you count up 4 units and then down it's not 4 units, right, or they're different, then you know you made a mistake finding your center. So I'm going to count to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Okay, let's double check. Let's count down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's the same. So my R is 4. And when I plug that in, I get y equals, I'm sorry, not y equals, I am in algebra mode. Here we go. You get x minus my h is -1 minus -1 parentheses squared plus y minus k is 2 parentheses squared equals r squared. Don't forget to square it. So 4 squared. Okay. And we're going to go back through and clean it up. Double negative with the x's, so that can become a positive. Plus, and 4 squared we know is 16, but don't be afraid to use that calculator. 16. And there is